is up, everybody? Welcome back to another major, another organizer. This year, 2018, we've had E-League Major where Cloud9 beat FaZe Clan in an epic best of 5, but this time around it's going to be the Face It Major in London. So, you already know it's time to pick these Pick'em challenges. Last time I got silver. I think my challenger stage and then new legend stage was pretty good. I ended up being like top 1% by the end of the new legend stage, but unfortunately, I'm sure as you all know, the new champion stage was all messed up because, let's be honest, nobody was really expecting Cloud9 to win that major. Um, but anyways, I digress. Let's start making these picks for the new challengers stage, I believe is what this is called. So I need to pick out a team that'll be 3-0 and 0-3. So right off the bat, Astralis being the major disappointment of the last major. They went into their new challenger stage as, or sorry, the uh, new Legends stage as heavy favorites. I believe they went 2-3 in the groups. I think they kind of got the short end of the stick as far as draws go, and they just kind of choked that last game. But since, I mean, if you look at the team pool, Astralis is that team that's been sticking out. You know, they've won those past 3 events this year, being ECS. I'm pretty sure they won ESL Pro League, and they won a couple of the E-League Premier, I think. Actually, no, I lied. That was Navi. I take that back. Wait, no. Did they win E-League Premier? Anyways, I digress. Clear choices for 3-0. I picked them to be 3-0 in the new Legend stage, I think, last major, and that didn't really work out well. But anyways, Astralis is going to be 3-0 in this new stage. Next up, I'm going to go my most confident team to make it out of the group stage is going to be Big. Actually, I take that back. Hold on. We're going to go with Optic. Optic, they've been looking pretty good recently. Aside from losing to Ghost Gaming at the Zotac Cup, they have been doing pretty well at DreamHack Stockholm. DreamHack Masters Stockholm, where they just beat Fnatic in a best of 1. Again, nothing too impressive. It's a best in 1, but I think Optic is showing promise, especially among this team pool. They can really do a really good job. Next up, I'm going to pick Gambit, former PGL Krakow champions. Again, they haven't been looking too good recently, but I think they really stand out against these other teams simply because you look at teams like Space Soldiers, Vega Squadron, Rogue, these guys, even Team Spirit, they haven't been landing recently, whereas Gambit has been at every big event recently, and they have that experience that gives them the edge over these teams. Next up is going to be Tyloo. I think Tyloo is the amazing team. They're from China. They've been on the rise recently. They made it to the to the grand final, sorry, at the IEM Shanghai event a couple months ago. They lost to Energy in a best of 5, and overall, I think they're looking really good. I think they made it to semifinals of Zotac Cup. I think they're a solid pick. Next up is going to be Big, or Berlin International Gaming. They were a little bit of a disappointment at E-League Major in Boston. However, their recent showing in Cologne was very convincing. They made it to the grand finals where they lost to Navi, I believe. They took down some really, really big teams at that event. Sorry, looks like I skipped over this 0-3. I'm just going to pick Team Spirit for that because, again, they qualified out of CIS, which was probably the easiest qualifier to qualify into outside of Asia. Yeah, I mean, they had to beat teams like Pro 100. They beat Avangar, I believe, which was a bit of a shock. But they didn't look too convincing coming out of the CIS minor. Next up, I'm going to pick up Optic Gaming. I already picked them, I'm sorry. Next up is going to be Team Liquid. To make it out, Liquid is just NA's hope for this major, sorry. Again, from NA you have Rogue, Complexity, but again, they haven't been looking too convincing out of this team pool that we have. Liquid, though, has always been a team that can make top 4 finishes. They can make it out of groups, and especially in the Swiss format. So next up, I'm going to choose North. I'm not necessarily a fan of North. In fact, I don't like North. I think for all the hype they get, they always seem to disappoint. I'm actually going to move them to this last slot because I feel like they're probably the least likely to make it out of the group stage of anybody that I've picked so far. Sure, they won DreamHack Valencia, but I mean, not a very competitive event, with the exception of Luminosity. Luminosity played stellar. And then next I'm going to pick NIP. I picked these guys because they just have a special place in my heart, and I feel like they have a special place in everybody's heart because they had that famous 87-0 streak. They had that streak where they were in the first 3 grand finals of the major, of the first 3 majors, sorry. And I'm really hopeful for these guys. I'm going to do a quick rundown of the teams that I don't think are going to make it. Vega Squadron, who the hell are they? I mean, let's be honest. Sure, they made it decently far at the PGL major. They bombed out of the new Legend stage at E-League, so I don't think they're looking convincing at all. Space Soldiers, same deal with them. I don't think they're too strong of a team compared to these guys. Sure, they might pull off something to where they can make it through to the next stage, but I don't think so. Virtus Pro, ironic, no pros on that team. They're looking god-awful recently, especially with the new logo. Not that that has anything to do with their skill, but I don't think they're going to go far in this tournament at all. Complexity, they looked really good going into the minor of the NA scene. I believe they even won the minor. It's that new lineup with Stanislaw and Shazam coming in. I think they can do great things, but I don't think this is their event. Hellraisers have been playing with a stand-in recently, so also don't think they're going to make it that far. Renegades, they're looking okay, I guess, but again, this is a super competitive pool for the new challengers spot. I mean, you have Astralis, Optic, Liquid, Gambit, Tyloo. I mean, seriously, this is a extremely competitive pool for this stage. Rogue, Hiko's team, also barely managed to qualify. They beat Energy in an upsetting fashion. But again, I don't think Lightning's gonna strike twice with these guys. But yeah, just to recap, I think Astralis is gonna go 3-0. They're the clear favorite of this entire stage. Next up, Team Spirit. They're gonna bomb out. I mean, let's be honest. Optic looking good. Gambit looking okay. Tyloo looking really good. Berlin International Gaming, they've had that one event recently where they looked actually very good. Liquid, I mean, they're Liquid. NIP, they're kind of my upset factor team. And North, just because they're better than all of these teams that I'm not picking. So we're going to go ahead and keep this. So I hope you guys enjoyed. You don't have to take everything that I say into account. Again, I'm not Thorin. I don't know everything. I'm just some MG1/DMG, you know, C plus ESCA, Midwest Q. Let's go. Midwest Counter-Strike Club. But yeah, we'll see what happens in a week. Hopefully you guys do well in your picks. Hopefully you can do as good as I do, if not better. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks for watching.